Hello sweet friend and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Mariana and today it's Garden Wednesday and I am so grateful you stopped by my urban garden to do some gardening together. In this video we are going to be waking up this raised bed, cleaning everything out here, and by the time the video finish we will have planted collard greens, Swiss chards, raspberries, carrots, and asparagus, as well as some corn. Before you go, don't forget to hit the subscribe button so we can garden together every Wednesday. I live in New Jersey, in a very, very busy city. There's a lot of noises that goes by, including airplanes. And the garden is something that provides me therapy, and believe it or not, my mind just stays quiet, stays still, stays grounded. I don't know how that happens because as I was editing this video, I realized the amount of noises that are around me. And I decided no longer to do ASMR videos when gardening because of that. I don't want to alter your nervous system like my nervous system is altered. I am not an expert garden. I rely on books. Nowadays, I quickly chat GPT a question that I may have. But most importantly, I rely on your wisdom. There are a lot of people in here that are full of wisdom and that have been gardening for years. So please feel free to leave your comment down below, helping us become better gardeners. Really quick, I have been collecting branches at the park because I want to create this moon arch similar to this one, now so perfect, very rustic, and that can be used as an entrance to your garden, to your magical garden. But I also thought that it could be a perfect trellis either for our raspberries that we're planting or anything else like flowers. I am extremely surprised. The brassicas survived the entire winter. The brassicas survived to stay under 4 feet of snow. On top of this raised bed, we dumped all the snow from the curb and from my sidewalk. And it was there, frozen, for almost 4 weeks. And as I started cleaning these raised beds, they there were. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that mind-blowing? When I watch big channels, there's 3 in particular that I watch. Oh, look at our friend over here. I love finding worms in my garden. I never seen them replanting, moving around the brassicas. It's always you clean the garden, you rip them out. I believe it's just in case if there's any pest that perhaps they may have. But these ones look healthy. They're just, we're just cleaning out. We're going to be cleaning out the leaves for lack of nutrients. And I'm actually going to move them to the back. I'm going to create a row with 6 of them. And by the time this video finish, I have found 6 collard greens, which is my favorite green. I love collard greens. And 6 Swiss chards, another one of my favorites. Now, because the root, it's a little bendy, it's curvy, it's very wavy, what I decided to do is as I'm transplanting them, I'm going to make a very deep hole. And I am going to try to put the stem as low as I can so when it grows back again, when it grows taller, it is straight. Now, is it going to work? I don't know. We shall see. We have to wait. On the bottom of this raised bed, there's a lot of nutrients because throughout the winter, before the snow, I kept throwing coffee grinds, eggshells that are roasted, and chicken manure, and also a rabbit's poop. So these beds are very well fertilized. Now we're going to use the same method. We are going to uproot these Swiss chards. We have a total of 7, interesting enough, 7 collard greens, 7 Swiss chards. I am saving one of each. I replanted it in a pot just for now. I'm thinking either I'm going to move them somewhere else, maybe take it to my school garden, or maybe actually replant them over here. But the method that I'm using here, in case you don't know, is the square foot garden. And it is a very smart method for you to maximize the space where you are planting. There is a book that I can link for you in my Linktree account, or I can leave the link down below that you could use as reference. And there is also ChatGPT. But can I tell you something? Buy the book. Buy the book, feel it. Feel the book, read the lines, hold it close to your heart. I love ChatGPT, don't get me wrong. I use it every time, every day. I don't know how many times a day. But I love more my books. I love it. When I have a spare time, I like to just grab a book. I'm actually reading a book right now, and it's a paper copy. And it's not that I'm old-fashioned. Is that we actually need more kids to read more books. We have a literacy problem in this country, and we need them to read more hardcore books. We need parents that are reading so their children can see it, grandpas that are reading so their kids can see it. But anyways, I went on a rant. Sorry, that's the teacher side of me. But anyways, if you can, get the book. All right, this is eggshells. I have backyard chickens, and I save the eggshells. Once I have a tray full of them, I roast them. And then with my own little hands, I smash them and then save them in a Bustelo coffee. As you could tell, that's my favorite coffee because I have 2 tins. One is the can where I save the eggshells, and the other one is the container, the Bustelo container, where I save the coffee grinds that is used throughout the day. And all of that is going in the garden. Those are free fertilizer that you could throw back, reduce waste, right? And it's a very good food for your garden. These baskets, I purchased them at the Dollar Tree, so you need to run right now to Dollar Tree because they're gonna disappear. This is actually the first harvest of 2026. I found this carrot, and this is Cosmo, our rabbit, and everything that we were cleaning, all the greens, all that is going to the chickens, and then I'm gonna dump all the leaves that we collected from the raised bed in the chicken poop. Now I am spreading a little bit of neem oil in all of the collard greens and Swiss chards to protect them from any bugs or any critters that perhaps now that they look healthy and beautiful and gorgeous that they wanna come and eat our greens. If this is your first year gardening, please run to Dollar Tree. These baskets are amazing. They will last you forever, and they will be gone because gardeners run to Dollar Tree for this, and they usually stock up around this time. And there are a few items that you need to grab. This one, and then the laundry bags. They come in a plastic bag, and as I'm saying this, perhaps I should do a reel or a short this week of things that you should hurry up and go grab at the Dollar Tree before they're gone. Last year, I had purchased a whole bunch of roots and seeds, and I just had a terrible year. I did not spend a lot of time in the garden, and I dump items in the basement on a rack, and then in the closet, in the garage, and didn't do much, to be honest with you. So I went to the basement again because on last episode I went to the basement and I got the strawberry roots, all of them. Everything that was strawberries we planted last week. And I found the 2 packages of asparagus. So I am hoping that they're gonna grow. And I was showing you how to plant, I'm showing you how to plant asparagus. This, I am certain it's how you do it. If there's a better way, please let me know. But they do need to be on top of a mountain, and the root has to be sort of coming down. Like think that the mountain is like your head and the roots is like your hair, and it has to be coming down. So that way the roots push down, spread out, and the asparagus shoots up. So let's talk about raspberry. Before I decided to plant the second raspberry bush here, because one I had it from last year and it gave us so much fruit. Every morning as I was going to work and my son to school, we will pass by the raspberry and pick up a handful. And it was a handful for him, a handful for me. And I, chat GPT, and it said that it is okay to plant them next to your brassicas, but to make sure you leave enough space because they will shoot down very deep roots, and in the future they may take over the bed. And I'm like, all right, we could do it. We could plant it here. The goal is for this raised bed eventually to be just fruits. I want the front of my home to be just fruits. However, after sleeping over, I don't think it was a good idea. I may plant them, put them in a pot, and then create a trellis just for them. And later on, as the year passed by, if I add more raspberries, then maybe I'll put them to the side of my home. What it is that the raspberries can actually propagate very fast, and they could be a little invasive. So don't do what I did, basically is what I'm telling you. I just planted carrots, and usually I'm more careful. I put 2 seeds. I create 16 holes in a square, and then I put 2 seeds in case one's fail. I have a backup, but I was a little lazy on this day. I thought this project was only going to take me like an hour, and it took me 4 hours. You see in 15 minutes of it, but I was 4 hours here on this raised bed alone. If you're planting the raspberry quick, no, you do have to soak the root for a little while. But we did plant the carrots, and what I will do is I created a little tunnel, spread the seeds, and as they start growing, I am just going to thin them out. That is when you actually cut them out. Am I wasting seeds? You're absolutely right. In the past, what I have tried to do is try to replant them because I was very frugal, and they did grow. But I'm not sure if this year I'm going to do the same. So we're going to add some water. It's going to rain a ton this weekend. So tonight, actually, the day I made this, created this raised bed, it rained a lot. So I was just wetting the carrots, and you do have to cover them in order for them to germinate. So you're going to see me that I'm going to use a big piece of cardboard to cover them, to keep them tucked in until you see that they're sprouting. Once they start germinating, then you could remove whatever you have on top of it. Next, I am planting spinach. I forgot to tell you that we were planting spinach. And I am putting 3 seeds in each hole. These seeds, I believe, are 2 years old. So just in case, I am adding extra seeds in case one doesn't grow. And it's my first time planting spinach, actually. Also, behind the collard greens, I planted corn. I planted about 8 seeds of corn, and hopefully they will grow. Again, my seeds are about 2 years old. A quick recap of everything we have growing in this bed: 2 raspberry bushes, 6 collard greens, 6 Swiss chards, 2 feet of asparagus that we're hoping they will grow, but we won't see that until next year. We have carrots, spinach, and 8 stalks of corn. Right, sweet friend, we have come to the end of this video, and I am very grateful you hung out with me today. If you have any questions or any comments, don't forget to leave them down below. Perhaps go ahead to Dollar Tree. Let me know if you're going to go and run and get those baskets. Don't forget to get the Square Foot Garden book that I'm going to link down below. Say hello to Luz Clarita, our oldest dog, who I brought outside so she can sunbathe for a little bit. And I will see you next Wednesday for a full video or in the shorts every single day. Bye.